that help you?
It does, and I have one other.
Quick, brief.
Okay.
Very quick.
Okay. okay. You know how you give off a certain percentage of the Asasani energy through the channel?
Less than 5%.
Right. When we're here with you, do we give off a certain percentage of other galactic races that we may have within us?
There are admixtures of those vibrations, yes, and that's some of the vibrations we often pick up on when we are reading your energy patterns, yes.
Can you give us any various amounts of some of them?
Anywhere from about 0.5 to about 3% at the most.
And is that just specifically Asasani, or that's just a
various... No, it is many different civilizations that you may have connections to.
Okay. All right. And then is there any messages from the EAL that wants to come through at this point?
Just keep your eyes to the sky.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello.
What do you wish to discuss?
Okay, well, I'm going to grab a question from my mind, and that would be about crystals.
Crystals?
Yes.
Permission slips?
Yes, they are.
All right, and how do you like to use them?
They just feel good.
All right, then they are a permission slip you've attracted to yourself in order to give yourself more permission to be more of who you are.
Yes, got
All
that.
right. What else do you need to know?
So another thing that I want to find out is about energy systems.
Everything is an energy system.
Can you explain that?
Everything is about resonance. Everything is about frequency and vibration of consciousness. And that creates what you call energy systems. Every different vibration or frequency within consciousness creates a different form of energy expression that also radiates through resonant frequencies, vibrations. You understand?
Yes, very much.
Thus, the idea of crystals in your physical reality is that it is kind of a frozen vibration, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Not really, but it is representative of the idea of a certain energy pattern, which is why they are often geometric in shape. And it is representative of a certain facet, shall we say, of your consciousness, a certain reflection of your consciousness that has to do with templates, with information organization.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Very much so. So that's what we are.
You are organized information, yes.
Organized information. There was something else that came up, but my mind
maybe not so organized.
No, definitely not. How do I organize more?
Than you can. Mm-hmm. So what may seem like simple notes to you is an entire symphony to us.
Got it. So if you could just share with me, what do you play?
There are some instruments that you would call string. There are some instruments that you would call percussion. There are some instruments that you would call wind. There are some instruments you don't have.
Do you use, like we have electronic music and acoustic music. Do you use like a technological electronic music, or is it all of an acoustical style?
It is somewhat Asian. Nothing could be further from the truth. The idea of the Akashic Records is simply that everything exists all at once. It always has, it always will. Everything exists right now. All information is present right now. That's what that means. And of course, it means that if everything is present right now, that means you can tap into anything right now. It's not a record. It just is existence. All information exists now. Tap into what you wish. Know what you need to know when you need to know it. If you don't need to know it, you won't. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so how many spirit guides do I have? I'd like to know.
It fluctuates.
Really?
More often than not, most of you will fluctuate between 1 and 3.
Cool.
But it depends. There's that temperature. You would think your planet has no seasons at all. It fluctuates usually, although there can be exceptions. But usually it fluctuates between 1 and 3, depending upon the timing of your life and who it is that needs to interact with you for specific reasons or themes that you chose to explore or relationships that you chose to create with them. But remember that a guide does their job best when they remain relatively unobtrusive. They're not supposed to interfere with your life. They're supposed to teach you how to be your own best guide and pay attention to your own senses and trust your own intuition and inspirations. And guides will usually work with what you have right in front of you more effectively than sending voices into your head. Synchronicity may be one of the things that guides use to give you information. Synchronicity may be a message from your guide. But the idea more often than not is that they will use whatever props are right in front of your face. So if you're walking down the street and you happen to synchronistically overhear a conversation that gives you exactly the information you were looking for, it may be that your guide simply whispered, "Turn left here," because I know that conversation is over there. So instead of having to tell you, yes,
And that we may be afraid of our own power.
yes,
I would like to know why is that, and how can we uncover that and get past that fear?
many of you are brought up with certain belief systems that you attach to the concept of power that give you a very, very confused and negative definition of what that means. And because you have that negative definition of power, then to increase that idea is to increase the negativity, and so you fear what it is you define as power. But if you understand that true power is truly simply being yourself, aligning with the flow of creation itself and allowing it to flow through you in an effortless way, then you will not be afraid of power. You will not be afraid that you will explode. You will not be afraid that you will turn into something you don't want to be. You will not be afraid of the idea of your darker side. You will embrace it, you will understand it, you will validate it, you will balance it out, and know that just because you're aware of the darkness within you doesn't mean that you have to choose that experience, because it's only when you allow the negative and the dark to be equally valid and balanced with the positive and the light that you actually have the freedom to choose what it is you prefer. It's only when you highlight the idea, underscore, give too much attention to the darkness and fear it, that you actually anchor yourself to it and then feel like you are powerless to choose. But when you understand that everything is a choice and an equal choice, and you validate everything as an equal choice, then your true self-empowerment will be in the freedom you have to choose what you prefer without invalidating what it is you don't prefer. Do you understand?
Yeah, that's amazing. The next question is also regarding an old seminar. You said that we can use our old selves to accelerate the new direction of the reality that we prefer.
By acting on your highest excitement with no expectation of the outcome, yes.
Okay, how is there any permission slips that you could share
Of course.
with us regarding?
We have shared a lot of different permission slips,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
only ones that will work best for you are the ones you're most attracted to, or the ones that come through your own imagination or inspiration, because by coming through your own imagination conduit, they are coming as a communication directly from your higher mind, and they are tailored to your specific frequency, and that's why they work best for you. Don't you trust it?
Yes, but what I meant was specifically related to detaching ourselves from the outcome. It seems that
well, if
everything
you
we
know,
do is for an outcome.
if you know, again, pay attention, if you truly understand that by insisting on a particular outcome, you're actually shortchanging what the outcome could be, and that it could actually be so ecstatic you can't even imagine what it could be, much better than you ever are capable of imagining, why would you insist on something less?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you understand that, then you'll let go of holding on to a particular need for a particular outcome. If you hold on to a particular need to a particular outcome, then you don't understand it. Plain and simple. So understand. Insisting on a particular outcome actually prevents you from getting the best possible thing you could get. So if you get excited about understanding that if you let go of that particular outcome, you will actually get something greater, you'll let go. But until you understand that, you won't. It's as simple as that. And it is as simple as that. You don't have to make it any more difficult. You don't have to make it any more mysterious. It is as simple as that. Unless, of course, You prefer things to be more difficult, and I won't stop you. It's up to you. You have the freedom to choose to allow things to be difficult or simple. Again, choosing simplicity and choosing effortlessness does not mean you will not face challenges. But challenges do not have to be difficult. Challenges are exciting because in a challenge, what do you discover? More of yourself. In the unknown, what do you discover? More of yourself, because that's all there is. That's all there is. Every time you ascend to another level, it will be from your perspective as you that you've ascended to that level. It will be like waking up from a dream. When you have a dream that feels real and you wake up, you go, oh, well, that seemed real, but now when I wake up, I know this is who I really am. When you die in spirit, you will look back at the physical life and go, that was just a dream. This is who I really am. When you ascend to another level, you will wake up and go, oh, well, that was just a dream. This is who I really am. When you go to higher planes, you will go, I have woken up. This is who I really am. When you become one with all that is, you will then wake up as all that is. And go, oh, this is who I really am. And that will be true for every single one of you. That's the great mystery and paradox of all that is that perspective will be had by every single aspect of all that is because it's totally holographic. Is that too much ecstasy for you?
Yeah, it's incredible.
All right. Well, I would suggest that you make it credible instead.
Well said, yeah. One last question.
Yes.
My wife had an experience about 2 months ago.
Such as?
She saw a triangular ship
Yes.
with really bright lights.
Yes.
And she's really ecstatic about the experience.
Oh, all right.
We want to know if there's anything that we could do to open ourselves up to more experiences related.
Just
like
keep
that.
living your life, choosing the most excitement you can, and you will increase your frequency to such a degree that these kinds of things will ultimately become very commonplace. That's the world you're shifting to if you want to. But the only way to get there is by continuing on the path of choosing to be yourself as fully as you can be. And the way you do that is by always acting on your highest joy, because that will make you the most receptive vibrational antenna to those kinds of realities that exist right now all around you, but that are simply invisible to you until you achieve a frequency that allows you to see what was heretofore beyond your senses. Yes?
Yes, amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hannah,
Hi.
good day.
Good day. I'm excited to talk to you a second.
And you as well.
Thank you. So I have a series of thoughts that started with a dream I had recently.
A series of thoughts.
Yes.
All right.
The dream was I was experiencing deep grief over a loss of a loved one.
All right.
And my intuition told me to go to the ocean
Yes.
to relieve the sorrow and the grief.
All right.
And I walked into the ocean
And?
telling myself that I didn't know fear,
All right.
and saw the grief leaving my skin as a type of poison.
All right.
And then as I got deep into the water and under the water, I thought that I grew wings and was swimming really quickly. And then I started singing, but realized that I had turned into a dolphin.
Very exciting.
Yes. And
Thank you for using your serious connection to upgrade your frequency to know that even though we understand the experience that you're talking about, the emotion that you call grief, realize that what you're learning is that there really is no such thing as loss, and that you're dropping the veils and making connections, and know that life goes on and that there is always the ability to connect. And once you allow yourself to know that, you will lose and let go of one of the greatest fears that your society has ever known.
right, that's exactly what I felt like I learned from the dream, was
Yes.
that I could smile at death rather than be
Yes.
sad by it.
Death will smile back.
Is there something more to me experiencing that in the form of a dolphin?
Well, I said you're using your serious connection.
Can you explain to me what Sirius is?
It's a star system, the brightest star in your sky. And it is, in that sense, a system that has indigenous physical beings in it and also a consciousness that is non-physical associated with it in a higher dimensional plane. The dolphins on your planet are telepathically connected and in communication with the beings in the Sirius star system.
So we can understand them.
You are beginning to, especially through dreams like that. And that's why it is very, very, very good for contacting that energy to interact with dolphins and whales on your planet, because they are radiating that Sirius vibration telepathically to you.
How can I make more connection?
Swim with the dolphins, or use your own imagination and create a permission slip that allows you to experience the idea of the higher vibration, sixth density Sirius energy. It's up to you to decide that. But swimming and interacting with dolphins is one very strong way, because they are functioning as ambassadors for that energy. Make sense?
Yes.
Is that exciting, or does
Yes,
your
I'm
imagination come up with some other way
ecstatic. My
that
heart
would
is
be more
pounding.
exciting for you?
I would love to swim with the dolphins.
All right.
Is there...
Remember that we have also, before, in previous transmissions, given the idea of what might be euphemistically called the vibrational phone number of the Sirius system, which is the image of a black background and a white circle in which is a blue circle, in which is a black circle. That is the vibrational frequency. If you meditate on that, that will key you directly into the Sirius system frequency.
Okay. That answered my second question as well.
How synchronous. Do you have a third, seeing as how we so love threes?
Do I have an Essassani counterpart?
You do, but not in my time frame.
Can you explain to me what that means, not in your time frame?
In other words, not concurrent with my lifespan, but within the history of my world, yes. You have a few connections, a few incarnations, but not in my time frame, not in my lifespan.
Okay, can I connect with that counterpart?
You can if you wish, of course.
Okay. I think that's...
Good evening, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you for this interaction.
And you as well. Speak up, speak up.
My question was, in the evolution of man, when did we first start having contact with alien beings? And if we share DNA, how does that fit in with the theory of evolution?
The theory of evolution, as you say, happened up to a point, and then at a certain point, in a time frame you would call millions of years ago, when there was evolved a natural hominid species on your planet, extraterrestrial forms also altered the DNA of that hominid species in order to upgrade the idea to what you now understand to be the human form. So it is both the product of what you would call natural evolution and also DNA alteration.
Oh, okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Other question.
Yes.
In New Zealand, did my friends and I actually see a UFO, or was it a planet that we were watching?
Well, if it is unidentified, I suppose it is a UFO.
It was moving around quite a bit. We were just curious.
All right. But you see, when you ask that question of us, we cannot always tell. It would be similar to me saying, right now there's an airplane taking off from one of your airports. Who's on that?
Okay.
Do you know?
No?
We don't keep track of every flight, you know.
Okay.
We don't keep track of every craft.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
Now, the point is, you can also go by what we call our rule of thumb, to borrow a phrase from your planet. Let me put it this way. When you see what you call a UFO, if it isn't absolutely, obviously, clearly, beyond a shadow of a doubt, a spacecraft, then it isn't, even if it is. Because why wonder?
Got it.
Do you understand?
Yes.
You don't have to wonder about it. When it needs to be evident, when it needs to be obvious, it will be. In the meantime, however, the real issue here is you are being given an opportunity to experience a mystery. And what does mystery do?
Makes us curious.
Yes, and thus it lures you into discovering more of yourself.
Right. Okay.
You see, this is what we call the watermelon seed principle. When you have a watermelon seed and you squeeze it between your thumb and forefinger, it's like having a mystery that must be solved, but that can't be solved. But it must be solved, but it can't be solved. But it must be solved, but it can't be solved. And so you find yourself in that stalemate, that conundrum. And so what happens is that you feel squeezed and squeezed and squeezed and squeezed by the cannot solve it and by the must solve it. And when it squeezes you hard enough, then just like a watermelon seed, it spits out in a new direction, heretofore unexpected, and you discover something new, a new perspective.
That's really cool.
Yes, whatever temperature you want it to be. Does that help you, my little seed?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.